Hey guys, this is Joe with Kraken Delight. Today, as you can tell by the title and by this cover image right here, we're going to be cracking a box of Modern Horizons. As you can tell, I'm going to be trying something a little new. I'm going to be doing voiceover for the box instead of cracking it live and talking. This is mainly just because with the files that I did record, this and a couple other box openings, it did have a little bit of background noise and you couldn't really hear me clearly. And I don't really have the mic equipment to do that yet and to handle it, so we're just going to be going ahead and doing this for now. So to start out, I was actually out going to card shops today when I went to go pick up some Flesh and Blood stuff, and I happened to see that they had a sealed box of Modern Horizons, and I thought, why not pick it up? So I have opened Modern Horizons in the past. Um, I wouldn't say a lot. I have cracked a box or two, but mainly it was to see how the set was and feel it out. It does have very good cards like Force Negation, Red and Six, Urza for one. Urza's my one of my commanders that I am playing. But it also has a few other cards, the lands, Project Vista, the Isled, all the other draw lands, and a few other cards that are actually pretty cool. Um, Going into this, I was just kind of looking to crack something for the YouTube channel, just for something for you guys to view. Um, this won't be the only thing I upload this week. Uh, Possibly two more box videos. There's probably going to be more of a layout video of like what I'm going to be doing in terms of the channel. But yeah, so let's get right into the box video. So going through the packs, nothing really special in the commons. Uncommons can be hit or miss going through it. I know that the medallions, like those, not medallions, the charms are pretty good. But off the bat, we start off with one of the lands, not the island, the black white one, which isn't too bad. They have gone down in value, but we're at this point we're just for cracking. Um, in terms of Force of Will, not Force of Will, sorry, Flesh and Blood. Flesh and Blood, I will be doing a little bit more in terms of box openings when they start getting a better supply, but also when Monarch comes out, because it is a little bit in terms of low demand, not low demand, but low supply, and it's harder for me to get. Even the few boxes that I have been finding, I've just been kind of getting lucky with finding them. But yeah, kind of a hit and miss on the rare right there, but only the first two packs in. For starters, in terms of the channel, I could actually kind of touch base on it. What I actually look to do in the future is I do plan to do like card game news, uh, things that are taking place in terms of the market, product being released, ban lists, stuff like that. For both Magic and for Flesh and Blood, I don't know if I'm going to be doing other card games because those are the only two I play right now. Um, but who knows? We'll see where it takes us. The plan is to just stream, record whatever I can in terms of sealed product, and we'll be going from there. Like I said, I did open a lot of it beforehand in terms of sealed product, and I thought, why not just make a YouTube channel for it? And on another note, I'm happy that you guys enjoyed the first video. I got a lot of good feedback from it, and you guys liked it. Also helped that I started with the legend in that video for the Flesh and Blood stuff, but hopefully we can do well in these boxes. So there's more to come. So we're about, I believe at this point, 4 or 5 packs in. Still haven't really pulled anything decent besides the land. But we're going through uncommons right now. We got the Sliver, non-red card, and then our first Mythic Morophon, which is actually pretty good. I can say it's at least not a miss. Anything besides, what was it? Kess is in here, I believe, is a Mythic, and I believe the Mox Tantalite is in here, which are both not the greatest Mythics to hit on this box, especially since this box does cost a little bit more, and you kind of want to at least make a little bit more than half. But anyway, even if I did like hit a Mox Tantalite, I'd hope at least it's foil or something along those lines, because then I wouldn't be too disappointed. Even the Kess, just because it's a foil, no, you can't really hit on a foil unless you're just going for straight value. But in terms of these boxes, like I said, I haven't opened too much. I've seen people open them. It's generally, from what I've seen, 3 to 4 mythics. I think you can get more. Going in this video, we'll obviously see. But from my experience, it's generally been 3 to 4, which is still pretty good because you have pretty good mythics to hit. You got Ren 6, you got Urza, you have the Pyro. I think it's Seasoned Pyromancer. Yeah, Seasoned Pyromancer. Seasoned Pyromancer, Yawgmoth, First Sliver. There's a few other ones I'm not remembering off the top of my head. But you know, oh, Echo of Eons. It's another one. Actually decent now. It used to be, I think when the set first came out, it was about it was a few bucks. I think it was like $3. I think it's now up to like 13, 14. But it's good we actually pulled that because I can actually play that in my Urza deck. May not be a foil one because I am trying to make the Urza deck look a little bit nicer. But you can still use it for now. On that, going to deck profiles, I do plan to do deck profiles of the EDH decks that I am playing, or at least, you know, more of displaying them, just so people can see, you know, what I like to play. I have 2 decks right now, two of which are done. The only one that's not really done is Urza, just because I'm taking more time with that because I want to get certain copies of the card. But yeah. So continuing on with this, I believe we're halfway through the first half at this point, and we got the Rhinos, and we got a Foil Plains. Foil Plains is also pretty good. I know they used to be a little bit more expensive because they were the snow-covered lands, but I think they're not too much. I think they're around like $5-6, but that's pretty cool. I could throw that in one of my decks. But back on the Rhinos actually used to be pretty decently priced because I think they were being used in Modern for a while. But I think they just fell off pretty hard. I have seen some Commander decks use them, but I think it was mainly just kind of being hyped up for that. And then on the next pack, we hit a Force Negation, which is a big hit. Good that we got it. Can easily use it for trade bait, or if I just choose to want to get rid of it. But it's a good card. Definitely excited that I pulled that. So going on to the next pack. Uncommons are okay. Ashnod's Altar. Not Ashnod's Altar. Altar of Dementia. Not an actually bad rare. It used to actually be harder to get just because of the other reprints. So I was actually kind of happy that that it got reprinted in the set. It could have, you know, could have not been, but then it would have kind of been at an absurd price. It's not really like a super used card, but it is a card that's been used. And then we're going to be hitting the Genesis right there. Not an amazing card, but oh well. We'll be moving on to the next packs. So yeah, like I said, I'm just kind of testing this out, just talking over these videos and me just opening the pack. It probably won't be something I do in the future. I'm only doing it because the audio files on these box openings got messed up. And it's 3 box openings, and you know, it's video content for you guys, and I'd really rather post it than actually throw it away. And we pull one of the medallions right there, which is actually pretty good in the foil. I know they're a bit harder to get in terms of the uncommons because there are a boatload of uncommons you can pull. But yeah, moving on. We're just gonna see what we can get in the next pack. There are also some commons that are foil that I wouldn't mind getting. I know Unearth is one of them. It's not. I think that's Kaya's Guile or Kaya's something. That would be a pretty cool foil rare to pull. But yeah, I like this set a lot. As not really relation to this set, but as you can see by the playmat, I did like the art for Force Nation a lot. I went on my way actually to get the mat. But I think there's a lot. This set has a lot of not only good cards, but it has a lot of beautiful artwork in terms of it. I liked it a lot because it had a decent amount of cards for Commander. Speaking to Commander, we pulled First Sliver. It's also a great card. Expanded on Slivers, made it not easier for easier for 5 color, but it wasn't the first 5 color. I believe Sliver Queen is 5 color as well. I think those are those are the uncommons. Going through the uncommons, next is a Mirrored and Besieged, which is still not that bad, and that's our 4th foil? Yeah, for the 4th foil uncommon. Not the 4th foil uncommon, but 4th foil. Happens to be an uncommon. And it looks like we're reaching about the halfway point in this box. But yeah, like I said, I appreciated the feedback that I got from the first video. Thanks to all who left comments like how to improve the video, things like that. In terms of lighting and recording quality, I do need to improve a little in terms of what I was saying. But also, as you see right here, we're going to interrupt that because I did pull another first sliver, but this one happens to be foil. So it was a pretty good hit for this box. So this box went from pretty okay to an excellent box just right off of that. Just hitting a foil mythic from this box made my day. Could have been any, like I was saying, could have been any foil mythic. Just that ratio hitting in is pretty good. But yeah. But going back to it, like I said, I do need to improve on my lighting, my sound quality for these videos. I am looking into it, and I am probably going to be ordering that. But like every other human being, I do go to work, so these videos are only in my free time. So from that last pack, we've pulled another one of the lands, which is pretty good. Generally for these boxes, you want to at least pull 3 or 4 of those lands. I wouldn't put Prismatic Vista in that chain of lands just because those are kind of like their own little duels. And right off that pack, we hit a 3rd one, so we're doing pretty good on that aspect. We hit a Force Negation, we hit 3 mythics and a 4th mythic for a foil. So, and we're not even we're just starting at the halfway point of this box, so doing pretty good. Only opening the rest will tell. But anyway, it was very much appreciated. I'm happy that people are liking the videos, so I will continue on doing them. This will be the rare occasion which it's not a weekly upload, just because on my days off I did find these boxes, and you know, I wanted to record them just because I had them. Why not? But in terms of a little sneak peek of what they will be, because I did already open them and record them. This one, like as you see, Modern Horizons. The next ones are going to be, in terms of uploads, are going to be 2 Arcane Rising boxes, which you'll be in for a surprise for both of those. But no spoilers until that video. But yeah, we can start a little discussion here in terms of comments. This is more for both card games. In terms of how you see the market, in terms of like how you're thinking about it, I think it's kind of the market's been back and forth last year just because of, you know, good old COVID has been making the market rough, just because people now have more time at home, people can buy more, and I can't really blame people being at home because, you know, they're forced to do it just because of the current state. But now as we come out of it a little, which it's hard to say come out of it because it looks like we're going to be going back into it, the market seems like it's not really settling. It still seems like it's kind of picking up the pace. You have buyouts for both Flesh and Blood and Magic. It's a little more rough on the Flesh and Blood, just because Flesh and Blood is already a short-supplied game. But Magic, I know for a lot of the reserve list, that's why I kind of I pushed my buys on some of the cards for Urza, which were Grim Monolith and a Power Artifact. I did buy those. I did push myself to buy them just because they did go up in price. I mean, when I was first looking at them, the Power Artifact was around like 100. Grim Monolith was kind of the same at 120, 130, and now they pushed way past that, in which I kind of felt shitty for not getting them. So I pulled the trigger and got them off the bat. My advice to that, even for cheap reserve list cards, I will just keep telling people, if you feel like it is a card that you will play and it is under $10, I will always tell you, go for it, pull the trigger. Just because the odd chance that it does get bought out is just terrible for it, because there's no argument that, oh, more boxes of this are going to be cracked, stuff like that. Reprints, it's on the reserve list, it's not going to be reprinted. An actual example, if I can remember the card that I actually bought, I have just bought a single copy. I didn't really buy like a chunk just like to have the sell. I don't really like doing that too much. Was Carry On. It's I think 1-drop black. I can actually look that up real quick right here, since we are doing this little voiceover. But I think it's a 1-drop black, but basically what it does is you sack off one of your creatures, and you create X parasite tokens based off the power of the creature that you sacked off. So I saw it as, I mean, it's also an instant. So if like let's say you're chump blocking something and then oh, it's not a one drop. It is a three drop, two black and a colorless. So let's say you are chump blocking and you just want to sack it off. Um, you know, you can pay three. It chump blocks into it, so it fizzles, and then you create X tokens equal to its power. So that's, I'm not saying like you're gonna be chump blocking anything huge, but I'm saying like if you're chump blocking anything 4 or higher, I could see it being pretty good, especially for a token generator. Gives you some things to actually work with if you're trying to defend yourself. But it's also reserve list. When I got it, it was about like $2. Now they're up to around like $7-8. So that was kind of like my pressure point to like, yeah, I should probably get this because it's gonna, I can see it jumping a little bit more. Probably won't be the absurd prices like how you see some of these. Like I remember when, example, copy artifacts. I still need to get one. Copy artifact used to be like $15, $20, and now it's, I think it's sitting around $80 for the cheapest copy. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. If you want to leave a comment down in the description, you can tell me maybe some cards you think on the reserve list are worth looking into. I wouldn't. I know most of the ones that are pretty expensive. Anything over like $20, I've been looking at. But I'm talking about, you know, the cheaper ones. I know a lot of people don't really pay attention to those, but you know, if you have one that you think's interesting, leave a comment below. Maybe give a little description why you think it's interesting, or why it could be good. But going back to the box, actually doing pretty good. Got a Yawgmoth. Pulled, I believe we pulled another land. Yeah, pulled a Fiery Islet. My hand's in the way. Pulled a Fiery Islet, pulled a Yawgmoth. So this box is actually doing really freaking good in terms of value engine, but also in terms of like what we could put in decks. Maybe didn't want like 2 first slivers, but also there's another mythic, Sword of Truth and Justice. And as you can see there, I was kind of surprised from how many mythics I got because I'm at 6 mythics for this box and the average is around 3 to 4. So we're doing pretty good. But we're coming down to the last few packs. I think it's this one, and I think it's 2 more packs. And I think that's where the box will end. But yeah. And then going back on the topic of where I see the game going in the next maybe few months to a year in terms of Flesh and Blood or in terms of Magic. In terms of Flesh and Blood, I actually think it will do well. I played a few more games even today. I went to a play group, and yeah, I'm fairly new, but it felt fun and refreshing to actually play it. It felt like a different game, and like I said, I kind of compared it to Duel Masters and mainly Duel Masters, and it can be compared to a few other games. I can't really say I've played those other games, but I have like watched gameplay for them. And there's another land. We got 5 of the lands, so we're doing really well on that. We just don't have Prismatic Vista. But yeah, closing thoughts. I think the game will do well. In terms of the future of Magic, I think Magic's at a certain point, which actually I would like to say that for another video, in terms of where it's going, in terms of gameplay, in terms of market value, in terms of card quality, in terms of printing. But yeah, so thanks for tuning into the video,